everybody. This video is to walk you guys through how to use Canvas. For the purposes of this course, you're probably familiar with Canvas by this point. But I'm going to show you guys how to use it specifically for this course and how to access the textbooks, information, and all that kind of good stuff. So basically, when you come into the course, you're going to come in on the home page and you'll see the modules tab. This is really where we'll spend all of our time. So come to the modules. And you won't see this stuff. And again, apologies. It may look different on your end from the student view than the instructor view, but you should be able to see this information at the start, which is just kind of from the college course information, how to get started in the course and how to get started with Canvas, and then some optional resources for you. Now, if you need to access the textbook, this is where you're going to do it. It's a Mindtap course, so that means that you have access to some of the texts. Unfortunately, last year, the publisher had a change in copyright with Mindtap. So what that means is that some of the texts are no longer supported by Mindtap. So for anything that's not supported, I've supplied probably like a PDF version. So for example, Hills Like White Elephants, you just access the PDF and download it or read it directly in line. But otherwise, I will have provided you the information on the text and kind of where to find it. As you can see, it's pretty simple. When we get in there, I'll show you. But for example, here on the yellow wallpaper, you'll see the yellow wallpaper and it shows you which folder it's in and which chapter it's in. So it's pretty easy to find. Let me go in and show you guys here. So when you come into the Mindtap course, again, it may look a little bit different on your end, but you'll see as soon as this loads, I'm just going to show you without the edit on. So you'll be able to see an anthology and you'll see a couple of chapters here, short stories and poetry. So you'll come in and you'll be able to see the short stories. So we'll have to say the story of an hour. You'll open it up and the content will be there for you. So it's pretty simple. And like I said, you'll be able to kind of access all this information if you need it. So some of this links off to a different location. So it might go to the Gale location, but you'll see that the text is in here. You can read it here. Now, if you ever need it, most of these texts are widely available and quite famous. So you can always just Google them, but you will always be able to find it somewhere in this Mindtap if available. If it's not available, as I said, I have provided a PDF version. So again, you should be able to see it, and it might link off here to the Gale resource, and then you just click that link and it'll take you to the text. So if you need that, that's there. And let me go back so you guys can kind of see the rest of Canvas here for you. So again, come back to the modules tab, and you'll basically be working, you'll see every week has a weekly module per a certain unit. So you'll have access to all of the weeks within that module, or within that unit, I should say. So for example, Unit 1 has 5 weeks. You'll be able to see and view everything in weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you need to work ahead, you absolutely can. As I said in the syllabus video, everything is due on a weekly basis at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night, with the exception of week 1, which has an extension, of course. But when you come into the module, you'll be able to, as I said, see everything that you need to know for that week. I'll also send you guys a weekly email Monday morning, which kind of outlines the assignments for that week as a reminder. But basically, when you come in, you will start with an overview for the week, just quickly read the objectives, the content, that kind of thing. And anything that is left aligned and all caps is instructions. Anything that has an icon like this and clicks off is either a page of information or an assignment. So like I said, you'll basically work top to bottom. It's pretty simple. So you'll start with an overview every week and then just follow the instructions. So this says click this link, start here, you'll come in. You'll watch my a quick introduction video from me, follow the instructions here, just kind of read these elements, and then come back to the modules tab. and keep working down the week. And so next you would read and watch the syllabus in the course calendar, and I'm still building this, apologies, but you'll see a video here, you'll watch that, you'll read the syllabus information along with the video, and then you'll come back and do the next step it says, which is to take a quiz. So you'll come in, it'll again look different for you, you'll click start or begin. All quizzes are open to you for as long as you need, you just can't save it and return to it later. So you do need to take it in one attempt. Now, I will say the only exception in this case is the syllabus quiz, in which you have 2 attempts. But all of the quizzes are fairly short, no more than 10 questions. And then as you keep working down, you'll watch the video, which is what we're doing now. You'll watch the Canvas how-to video, which will be a different video than here. And you will come back and keep working down the page. So you kind of see how this works. Anything that has a page like this is just information. So it's a page of information, it's a lecture, it's a whatever, reading assignment, whatever it might be. Anything that has a little rocket is a quiz. Anything that has little discussion bubbles, now that's a discussion board. So the next thing you do is come in and I want you guys to introduce yourself. So you'll hit reply in the discussion board, you'll post, and then you'll post your reply. It's pretty simple. Now, I will say discussion boards, I don't require you to respond to your classmates unless it's explicitly stated in the prompt. If I state it in the prompt, I'll make sure to highlight that for you so you know that it's expected. You're always welcome to respond to your classmates. Happy to let you guys do that, but you don't have to do that as part of your grade unless I explicitly state it. So as you keep working down, you'll see you'll find more information here for, like, example, like a page. I might have a document on it or a PowerPoint that you could download or view, and then usually some kind of video or presentation associated with it as a lecture. So, for example, you would just click the link and watch the MLA walkthrough, and then as you come back, you'll keep working this week, and you will start doing things like watching lectures and doing discussion boards or journal assignments. Now, a discussion board is public to everyone. A journal assignment, as you'll come to see, is more like a blog, so it's more of a personal response. And that's kind of the last thing you'll do for this week. So once you'll see at the end of the week, you can continue on or begin again the next Monday. There is one optional resource for you here I wanted to call your attention to. This is really kind of a walkthrough of the basics of everything you should need to know kind of to be prepared for high level of literary analysis. So there's a document here that you may find useful. It's a little bit extensive, but it does walk through everything you need to know about grammar, sentence structure, how to write, what is subject-verb agreement, simple things like that. Of course, what's a fragment? When should you capitalize? What's the parts of speech? All these different things, even like punctuation. So things you may not have known, like whether or not a period goes inside a quote or outside a quote, how to use a semicolon, how to use an em dash or an en dash. And then there's also kind of an explanation of different types of styles, proper writing style, how to integrate quotes, MLA, that kind of thing. So all of it's in here for you if you need it. I usually require students to kind of watch the video that goes with this, but you don't have to in this case. But I do think it's highly useful if you want to just download and save that document. It can be a kind of a good help for the basics. So you'll see that's the end of every week. Again, you can go on to the next week if you want. Start with, top to bottom. And you'll work through weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll see in every unit there is an essay explanation, so an essay assignment sheet and an explanation that goes with it. So there's lots of videos throughout these units you'll see, and that's why you do need to work through the modules. That's really, really important. Don't work through an assignment list, work through the modules, because if you don't, you'll miss the instruction and the context and the explanation. So this is always required. You absolutely have to watch the assignment sheet or watch the video explanation and read the assignment sheet that goes with it. And that will have all the details for each essay assignment, the prompt, the length, the due date, everything else that you need is right there. So as I said, you'll have access to all of the weeks within a unit. And then once you turn in your first essay in week 5 here, You'll actually submit your essay as a Word doc, and I've kind of explained this in a different video, but it is required. You do have to submit it as a Word doc, and then you can, the next unit will open the Monday following that due date. And that is because I want to make sure we all do kind of stay on the same page. No one is working maybe too far ahead, and each unit has a different genre. So once unit number 2 opens, you'll do the same thing, but weeks 6, 7, and 8 are all unit number 2. And then weeks 9 and 10 are unit number 3. And you'll submit your last essay here. And then you will have a final exam week. This is required by the college. So your final exam will open August 2nd at 1 a.m., which is a Monday, and close Wednesday, August 4th at 11:59 p.m. You have a 2-hour window in that time frame to take the exam. It's not long. It's maybe 12 or 13 questions. And then there is an extra credit opportunity available to you that week as well. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions about Canvas, let me know. Like I said, you do need to use the Canvas email functionality rather than the faculty email. This is the one I check every week, or every day, I should say. So if you need me, email me there, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.